KZwelithini's foundation is today visiting survivors of the floods in Kwazulu-Natal. The foundation will assess rebuilding efforts and see how it can assist. The visit comes 2 months after floods devastated parts of the province. SABC News reporter Thulani Msimang is standing by for us with an update. A very good afternoon, Thulani. What's happening there?
Yes, good afternoon to you and the viewers. Well, we're still here in Nazareth Sports Ground where we're awaiting the arrival of AmaZulu King Misuzulu, kaZwelithini, who will be here shortly to interact with the people. As you know, his interaction is part of a fact-finding mission to find out what the people need in terms of the people who were affected by the April floods. You remember that more than 400 people perished in those floods, and so today he's here to continue that work. And also today it is an opportunity for His Majesty to introduce his foundation, which will be continuing work in the community to build the community, to start perhaps with those communities that were affected by the floods. But apart from the communities in Kwazulu-Natal that were affected, also private companies that were affected. You would recall that they've just restored work at Toyota plant, and also some of the distillery plants and other businesses that are there were also affected. But one of the companies that was also affected is the Yako Distillers, who are also located in that area, in the southern basin. One of the hardest hit areas here in KwaZulu-Natal by the floods is Mr. Mngadi of the Yako Distillers, who are part of the people who will be assisting the king to introduce the king and to help his foundation to rebuild the communities. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Mngadi. Can you just tell us again your cooperation with AmaZulu King in assisting the victims of the floods here in KwaZulu-Natal?
Yes, you are correct that we are very much based in Durban Metro. Our production site is here, the Smirnoff 1818 and Captain Morgan. We import our products through the Port of Durban. Our main distribution center is here also in Clearwood. So when the floods hit, they did affect all of our production. We have been able at least to recover from that and also assist our employees. But we felt that it's necessary to also reach out to the communities that we operate in, and we appreciate the opportunity then to contribute to King Misuzulu Foundation to be able to respond to the needs that we estimate that there are about 500 people who are still misplaced here and who do not have access to food and other necessities, and we decided as a company to contribute that through the King Misuzulu Foundation.
In terms of your business, it was one of that was the hardest hit. Can you tell, are you back up and running as a business and employing people now?
Yes, we had to stop production, I think, for about 2 to 3 weeks because we are based in the prospecting area, which was on the N2 south of Durban. Actually, the team that was doing night shift on the night of the floods, we had to airlift them out of the plant. Fortunately, we have been able to repair all of the damages. We've also been able to meet our demands in terms of after the port opened, we are able to import again, and it's back to business. But of course, we still feel that there are many people who are still affected by the same issue, which is why we are reaching out now to those who have not been able to recover, to assist where we can.
Spokesperson for Yako Distillers, that is to say that the business and AmaZulu King joining forces to help the communities that were affected by the floods. As you can see behind me, those are the food parcels, some of the food parcels that will be distributed by the foundation to the communities that were affected. We believe that aside from the food parcels, also they'll find out the needs of the people in terms of accommodation. You remember that some of the people are living in community halls and are restless. They are saying that they want accommodation that were promised. Aside from houses that need to be built, also is infrastructure. Some of the infrastructure is still very much affected. You cannot travel to some parts of the province that were affected by the floods. But that's all from us here in Pinetown. AmaZulu King Misuzulu hasn't arrived at the moment. We expect him to arrive any moment from now on. But for now, back to you in the studio.
Thulani Msimang giving us an update there. It's time for a short break. We'll come back with more business and world news for you. To stay with us on Point.